Okay, Tuesday, October 18th. This is a pre-opening SPY video about 20 minutes to go before the opening. You could see after yesterday's green bar that was inside of that red bar, we are gapping much higher today. Here's the pre-market range, these two blue lines. If you look at the 15-minute chart, you could see after kind of gapping up yesterday and just pausing, after hours we went up a little bit, and then overnight we've continued higher, and it looks like we're going to open near the top of the range. So what that means is at the top of this range up here, we're very close to these triple highs, so that's an obvious target that we're going to take out. So in the morning, depending where price immediately goes, there's still room to run up there for some type of a trade. I'm sure some individual stocks will offer similar looking opportunities. Bottom line is we are projecting up to after seeing this big green bar in my last couple of videos, I was discussing how kind of definitely likelihood that we could be broadening out in a bigger picture here with this megaphone that I've drawn. So it looks like we're going to take that out. After that, there is like a fair value gap on the weekly chart between the low of this bar and the high of this bar, somewhere a little up in here to run a little higher. And then we just kind of watch and see how the week ends. It's, I mean, the week, ends up. So far, it's going to be a pretty big green week after 2 days, but we'll see, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, how that, if it continues or not, and how this bar looks by the end of the week to see if we can feel comfortable. We'll still play it up to other targets. Whoops, I just gotta pause here. So we'll just see how that happens. The monthly chart at the moment is now back to green. This is the key line here, the open of the month. It went from green early in the week, red yesterday for a day. Now we're green. We're continuing higher for a little while. We're still below the midpoint of the prior month. So there's still time to go in October to see if this is really a reversal looking month that could follow through up to here into November, December. Nowhere near really calling that the case at the moment, but we're starting green, so the continuity is definitely the upside, and it's going to be a big up today with some room to run higher. Again, we're in the 374 area. I could see us getting to 380, 383, 390. I mean, there's a lot of room to still run, so don't be scared necessarily, but of playing the long side after a big gap up. But after a long gap, you always have to watch for possibly a little pullback first. In terms of filling the gap, I was just looking at it. I mean, this move, what's interesting is you would think you're getting two big gap days in a row. Like this was a gap up, and then today's a big gap up, and it's creating a lot of holes to fill. Really, this is the true gap up today. Yesterday was more, of filling in this little big fair value move down. It just immediately filled, and this move down was just filling in this little fair value gap. So this little up and down action here, if you look at the chart, really doesn't represent a gap that needed to be filled. I think this down move definitely needed to fill that area, but this up move really isn't considered a gap yesterday. Today, we're going to gap right up here to start. So that's going to be an area to fill once we start coming down, but I'll get into that another time. So anyway, upside today, let's just see how the 15-minute chart opens the day and moves. Again, it would be really nice to get some kind of a little sell-off here that gives you an opportunity to get in long. Then you can target whatever that pre-market high is and look for a little continuation. I don't think you're going to get this kind of red move that then continues all day long. Like that was just a brief, like I said, day to fill this area in. That was such an explosive move off the top. So looking for long side, and the good news is there still is room to run on this. So just going to be a matter of how the structure opens up, in terms of the 15-minute chart relative to this range today. So let's just kind of see opening in about 15 minutes.